know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, I get ready, done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard, when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man, suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on him and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, you, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They go with Chubb on second down, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield airing it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brings up second and goal. At the 4.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed up.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
His kick is
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Browns 7. Ravens nothing. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. They're only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Yeah, we dominate today.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And all the way down to the 42. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 39, Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Jackson going to run.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick is good.
And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Browns drive about to get started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4 yards on the pick.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, here's the option. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dalvin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dante Fowler in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And they're going option play on 3rd down. There's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Browns 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal, every way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Mayfield on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. On the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start with the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
25-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And returning right back to Boykin.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like the adopter what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield off the play fake. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And the Browns first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 26, the 40, past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up 40.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mayfield
and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Alexander.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Oh, he's got a little delay. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are back within a score. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Ravens 31, Browns 26.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 4th down, here's Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run with Chubb, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 16. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st down.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Another good reception there, and the Browns on the march. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 38, Browns 33.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
33-yard line.
This defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout.
It's a loss of 2.
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And the lead lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Ravens 45, Browns 33.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Browns.
Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Now rebounding right here. And he'll be corralled well on field right around the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
The 40-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Quick strikeout line by Jackson.
And on his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Recovered by Cleveland.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And that will write a finish to this ball game.